First of all, I guess, had you ever had to play with a club on your hand before, and just how tough is it to do the things that you need to do out there?
Yeah, South Carolina week last year, I broke my other hand, the same exact spot, and I had to play against a couple snaps against Alabama and Missouri with a club, so I kind of knew what I was getting into.
Can you talk about the adversity this offensive line has gone through as a unit and what it felt like? Butch Jones always talks about finishing. You guys finished well today.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a great start, played a lot of really good opponents, and just took us a little bit to gel together. But obviously, you look at this game, we had a ton of rushing yards. I don't know what it was, but we played really well together, and we finally got it done.
Jacob, describe the feeling afterwards, and you guys celebrating on the field, and all the fans, all that orange out there still in the stands. What was it like for you?
Probably euphoric would be the one word I could describe it with. That's probably that'll go down as top 3 moments of my life, winning that bowl game for Tennessee and for myself and for all my teammates.
Is that trophy heavy?
Not really. Not after blocking those guys.
You enjoy running around with it afterwards?
Yeah, I had a little fun running around with it. Got a little tired. I handed it off to my buddy Marquise Perry and walked back to the throng of people.
Do you feel like your pace was wearing them down a little bit?
Yeah, I think they got a little tired, started subbing more, and they just weren't ready for it.
Jacob, Mack talked about, you kind of get what you're all for Tennessee, and of course you guys hit that sign every time you walk out the locker room. Do you ever think about that when you're hitting that sign, just, all that you kind of give with the hand and the leg and everything else?
Every time, even before I got hurt, that always meant a lot to me. I always hit it right on the all just to make sure I really got it and really remembered, what I was supposed to be given for this team and for this state.
Your ACL, hand injury, was there anything that could have kept you off the field today?
Could have cut off my arm, but that might not have stopped me. So,
what's the legacy of the senior class?
I think our legacy is, taking Tennessee from, where it was when we got here, which was, a little downtrodden, a little defeated, and putting it in its right place, back on the elite of college football.
How did you hurt your hand?
Well, I was setting off and just punching one of the D linemen off me, and I set, my hand turned, and just snapped.
So what was your reaction when that happened, given all you'd been through?
I was a little angry, and then they told me I could play with it, and I was fine. I was happy again.
How did it feel to wear that big club on your left hand?
Like I said, I'd worn it a little bit last year, so I kind of knew what it was like. It's not very comfortable, and it's a little sweaty, but no real problems with it.
You don't think it impacted your performance at all?
I mean, I couldn't hold with that hand, but besides that, I don't really know how it did.
You held with the other one, though?
Yeah, I held the other one the whole time.
You ready to finally have surgery now, and how many do you think you'll have to have?
They said this is good, I think. So I think my knee's good too, but obviously I would talk with them just about long-term effects of not having one of those ACL things, and we'll have to talk with the doctors, see what happens.
Jake, what did it mean to you to kind of get a curtain call, so to speak?
Yeah, it's a great experience. This was a great bowl. I had a lot of fun here. It was better than my first bowl. Probably because I played now, and it was great to go out with a win, and especially how we won.
What about to go out and then come out, play the one play, and then come out on your own?
Yeah, that was fun. I kind of wanted to do that. For myself. I hadn't done a lot for myself. I did most of this for Tennessee, but I just wanted to get that one last play. I kind of teared up a little bit when I realized I was done, so I just wanted to get one more before I was finished.
How would you describe your senior year?
Well, Coach Jones had the energy bus back way when we started. And my word for that was consistency. And I think my senior year was anything but consistent. But when I was out there on the field, I felt like I was pretty consistent, so I have to say consistent was how my senior year turned out to be.
You probably won't get to play with him anymore, but just how good can Jalen be?
Yeah. That man, if you don't hit him just right, he's going to run right through you. He's, of all the backs I've seen here, Rajon Neal and everybody, he's got the biggest upside I've seen. Real happy and real excited to see what that guy does in the coming years at Tennessee.
Jacob, I apologize if you talked about this, but what does this win do kind of the future of this program?
I mean, it sets us up. We're back among the elite of college football, I think. I think we've put ourselves back in that position to be, one of the best teams. I mean, you saw what we could do. We can, on offense, as long as we're playing good, we can do anything we want to. And on defense, with the guys we have out there and the guys that are behind them for next year, I mean, that defense is really strong.
Bob said this is something like just the start. Do you see it that way too?
Yeah, I definitely see this as just the beginning. Tennessee's, got plenty of places to go without me, and I won't be with them, but they're going to do a lot of great things, and I can't wait to watch my boys finish it out and play really well.
What's Coach Jones done to turn this program around?
He's taken care of us. We've done a lot of stuff through sports science and all the other stuff to take care of our bodies that we didn't have the first couple of years I was here. And I just think the other thing he's really done is he's just really loved us. that he really cares about us, and we might not think so all the times, but in the end, he's always got our best interest at heart.
Jacob, I know you were on the field, so I don't know if you actually saw it happen, but when a trick play like that gets called in and then it gets executed like that, just how exciting is that to be a part of?
I mean, it's awesome. We don't have to run 8 more plays to get to the end zone, and we get to confuse some guys, and they get all mad at themselves because they got tricked. But we've worked a lot of those things, and Coach Jake just picked the right one to call at the right time.
All right, Jake.